So, once again, I have opened up a safe space for people to share their hottest takes about fighting games. So I got a bunch of people to sign up a form. They're going to call in on Discord. We're going to hear out their take, and chat is going to rate how scrubby they think the quote is. So I'm going to just use an RNG generator. I quite literally have one on my phone. You probably can't see it though, but there is a RNG thing here. 75 people signed up this time. All right, 69. I rolled 69. Real base soldier. What are these names? Don't ask me, bro. Why are you asking me? I enter tournaments as LordKnight. Okay. Hello?
Hello.
You were actually the 69th submitter, and you only wrote Arxis and RPS as what you want to talk about without revealing the quote. So talk to me.
RPS, I'm a Guilty Gear player, and I think RPS is just the dumbest thing in the world. I just can't stand it. I understand, especially for Guilty Gear, this might just have to be season 4 and season 3.5 Johnny talking.
Is that who you play?
Hate it so much.
Is that who you play?
No, I play Kai. And I just hate Johnny so... Okay, hear me out. I just hate Johnny so much because, I hate being forced in a situation where it's like, oh, man, I lost to a coin flip. It's like, I get it.
Okay, question.
But it's just
quick question before
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes,
you
sir.
said you hate that you lost to a coin flip.
Mhm.
Are you confusing a 50-50 with RPS?
I think a little bit, yeah. I
Yeah.
probably should have put 50-50s. I should have put 50-50s.
Yeah, if you're talking about Johnny, he 50-50s you in guard crush.
Yeah.
That shit is stupid. If you're talking about RPS, that's to be honest, that's the shit that they love. I think the devs love RPS. They're like, man, you could do something. That's why they never nerf Leo. They're like, oh, you could do something about it.
Oh my God, don't get me started.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Okay, I just want to make sure that the definitions are set. All right, keep going.
I just can't stand losing, oh damn, I really just lost because I guessed wrong. And it's I know, when I'm fighting a Johnny player, I know I'm better than you. And it's I'm not that good at Guilty Gear. I'm not that good. But it's okay, if Johnny just uses Misdefiner, it's oh my God, I'm minus 15 in the corner. I just can't stand it. Johnny, I see the chat, Johnny players are so carried. I just don't know. See, season 3.5 just had me so pissed. And I wrote that and I finished a Johnny match. I think I played Johnny. Mm-hmm. I saw you tweeted that. I typed that in. I need to get this out. I just can't stand it. And looking at season 4 right now, no.
So your big problem is you don't like a character hitting you and then doing a bunch of 50-50s to you and then beating you.
Yeah, especially again, Johnny, because he don't need to work that hard for the hit too. That's the whole point. If you're gonna force a 50-50, I think you should be put in a very specific situation where you deserve a hard knockdown into a setup. That's when I deserve a 50-50, an actual deserved knockdown too. I think the type of characters that deserve 50-50s, I'd say, are people that really, really need to work for their knockdowns, especially Milia right now. I think her 50-50s, if she gets 50-50s, it's fine. Because she has to work for it, really hard, especially right now. But Johnny, Gold, Lewis, these characters that are already so high on the tier list that don't have to really commit so hard to get these such good situations on knockdown, it's just it hurts. It hurts so much.
All right, we gotta ask the stream chat to give you a rating. Okay. Remember, so 5 is the most scrubby. 1 is it's just facts. Honestly, it's fine to hate mix-ups. I can't even pretend. I'm not gonna bullshit you. My career is built off mix-ups. Frankly, I get people getting 50-50 over and over to death. It's fine. I don't think it's such a crazy take.
I see the chat talking about me playing Kai, talking about 50-50s and strike throw. And I actually, your quote where it's you lose to throws and mids. I have that framed on my wall.
Should I? I should sell merch of that. Dude,
you have to. I would buy that.
Basically, almost every Kai player. I actually got a DM of someone who was I used to cry when people DM me saying fuck Kai and I'm really scrubby, and I saw that quote and it made me feel so much better and all this shit. I'm like, dude, streets love that though.
I'll buy. I got it too.
You got
I'm
two.
Not scrubby.
You're kind of spitting facts. I kind of agree though. And then the thing I got, this is a very scrubby thing I'm about to say. Everyone can judge me on this. I really hate lazy, non-finesse, unelegant 50-50s. I really well structured, well built, well planned 50-50s. That's why I don't like Johnny. It's just like, oh, you just do the thing, you're really far, you're like plus 26, so you get the guard crush, so you get another 50-50 that strike throw. Like, that shit is so lazy and requires no building. I like the, oh, like this character gets up this fast, you could do this move, and it's that's the shit that I like. That is what I find really cool personally. Funny enough, I hate Jacko, but I love her mix-up structure because it takes a lot of building. But I think everything else is annoying. But then, like, again, like characters like Johnny and like HC, I'm like, wow, nice dust, bro. Like, good job, man. Like, nice J2K, JPP. Oh, nice, bro. Like, oh, inspirational.
Characters like Jacko are like the prime example of people that really like they deserve their 50-50s because it takes a lot of setup. And it's like, if I get hit by that, you deserve it. Like, you're playing Jacko, you just deserve that. It should be a lot more technical to force the situation where it's a 50-50.
It's bullshit. It's definitely bullshit, but like it's cool.
It's bullshit, but it's deserved.
Yeah,
Bullshit, but it's deserved. And like I would watch your videos about Blaze Blue and the 50-50s in that game, and I'm like, okay, some of them like the Carl Jr. stuff, no, but like some of like I forgot what character you play, but you had this one 50-50 that was like super technical, and I was like, wow, like that's deserved. If I get hit by that, you know, GG's, man, I'll shake your hand. But Johnny, I'm not shaking your hand. I'm not shaking your hand, man.
I feel that. But the chat said you're spitting facts, so you made it. Good job.
Let's go. Let's go.
Right. No, thank you. Thank you for hopping on.
Thank you so much, man. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, number 3 is Cloud. There you go. This is why this RNG is good. The system worked the way I wanted it to, actually. The first repeat, a lot has changed since September, the first weekend of September. Huh?
A little bit.
Yeah, and you wrote the standard characters in Guilty Gear Strive, which you play one. So
I do play
so
one.
what do you have to say?
I think people that complain about standard characters in Strive, like, how do I say this? It should be illegal. They should not be allowed. And I think it's really scrubby when people complain about them.
It doesn't make sense, but why?
I think if like the way they beat you is so normal, if you like, bro, people will say they hate Soul. I think if you say you hate Soul, you literally just don't like fighting games. Like, period. Like, it's just such a standard way to beat you that like you just don't like the game. Like, why are you complaining? When we have Faust in the game, and people are like, damn, I hate Soul.
All right, so wait, before we keep going, we need to do a little definition because you have evolved. You've grown in the fighting game community, right? Pretty young player, but you've been playing for a long time. What do we mean by standard characters? We're talking about normal fellas like Soul Bad Guy and Kyle Kisuke and Giovanna the Brazilian and just normal like Goku and Vegeta, just normal ass characters. That's what we're talking about. All right.
Yeah, it depends on the game.
Yeah, what we usually end up saying is like the standard characters we assume are the characters they make first because they tend to be simpler and just have like the standard tools you would expect from either like mid-range characters or like rushdown characters. So it ends up still being kind of the same, and then they kind of just like move little levers between the two. Like Soul is more rushdown, Kai is more neutral, Gio is faster, Leo has more mix-ups but he's not as mobile. Like just little things that they tweak. That being said, of all the games I think that you could say you should not complain about standard characters, this is not the one. Honestly,
I will say
it's extremely valid to complain about standard characters, all standard characters in this game.
I think if you complain, like if someone literally says I don't like Strive, you can have it, like you got it. But I think if someone likes the game and they're like, damn, I hate biking and I hate biking players, how? Like, what are you doing?
True.
Like, how do you even like the game?
True.
Like,
there you go. You started a pretty good way. Yeah. But like Soul, dude, like Soul is normal. Like some people can't make Soul block. You know, you play the character. You literally play the character that used to lose to Soul for making hit block.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's true.
At one point, not today, but at one point.
That's a good point, actually. That's for Soul. That's a good point. Yes,
sometimes you must look inward, brother.
I feel like the way I determine it is if they have something that is too overtuned to a really extreme degree, like Chip, or if they have like defense would be a good thing, I guess. But I don't know, because biking is not weird, or like biking is so fair. I don't know why people complain about biking, but I feel this whole thing. You feel me?
Yeah. I mean, all I'll say is you were spitting about biking. I actually don't know now, but actually, I will not name this person. This is a story. I will not name this person, but once someone asked me, they're like, how the fuck do you beat Biken with a character she lost really, really bad to? And they're like, this is impossible for this character that actually truly almost beat Biken 7-3. And I just replied, LOL. and they got really mad at me.
The whole this
Super
whole
angry
take.
at me. But this is old bike.
from
It's
the-
not current bike.
Yeah, it's from the perspective of last patch. Like RAM is not standard this patch, obviously, you know. But last patch, I think last patch people complain about RAM, they are like it's either skill issue or they just don't like fighting games. If you complain about RAM, I think last patch.
Survey coming in a couple seconds. Survey says, "Oh,
Damn, 4.
scrubby. Not very scrubby, but scrubby." You're talking about the wrong game though.
That might be true. Like my only other game was Dragon Ball, but like that, come on, you know.
I mean, I think it's pretty fair to say about Dragon Ball. If you complain about SSJ Goku, you are the problem.
But no one complains about SSJ Goku.
People
Everyone
did complain
complains
about
like
Goku.
sparking.
All right, no, but thank you.
Thank you for having me.
It's really tough because it's funny that we talked about the Kai thing because that quote, if you lose the throws and mids, you could hold them. That's not about Guilty Gear. That's about Grand Blue. That's from when I played Grand Blue. Hello?
What's up?
You wrote bad players are harder to fight. Go ahead, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I wrote a couple things. That's the one I submitted today. Because I came across it when I was playing Tekken. Yeah, that's one thing I wanted to bring up is that I just want to reiterate that I know this is called scrub quotes. I don't mean to toot my own horn or whatever, but I like to think of myself as generally good at the fighting games I play. I mean, like Tekken God rank on Tekken 8, VIP and Guilty Gear and stuff, you know, like I've been to tournaments and stuff. And so that being said, I feel as though sometimes bad players are like harder to fight than good players, right? Like, and what I mean by that is like, let's say I'm going up against like a air quotes bad player. When I mean like bad player, I don't mean that they're like button mashing. I just don't mean that they're they're not the like upper echelon of players, right? They're like average or below average or whatever, right? So when I'm fighting somebody in Tekken, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's this general thing where it's like, I'll be doing a mix up on this player, on this player or whatever. And because he's bad, he doesn't know that he's being mixed up. So he accidentally does the correct option and doesn't get mixed up. And then I'll do the conditioning thing where it's just like, okay, I'm doing this one mix up and I'm going to condition him to always like block low or do this or whatever. So I can start implementing another mix up, but they don't get conditioned because they don't know that they're getting mixed up. And so like, I'll be in Tekken and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to throw out a low. I'll throw out a low and they'll just hit me with the most random hop kick out of nowhere and get full combo or whatever. So it's just like, bro, like, but then I'll go against a good player and then they'll actually get conditioned or something because they'll fall from the mix up because they know that they're getting mixed up or something. But a bad player doesn't know that they're getting mixed up. So you can't mix up with somebody who doesn't know they're getting mixed up. And it's like, it's this paradox. So it's just like, yeah, like there's that. I just wanted to know what your thoughts on that. If you get what I mean, I hope I'm explaining it like
I do.
correctly.
I do understand what you mean. Unfortunately, this is what we call
skill issue.
it's a skill issue, brother.
Yeah.
It is 100% a skill issue. It is 100% a skill issue, bro. That is the classic. You just skipped office hours, frankly. You skipped office hours. It's a classic mid-level player problem of like, you know, you're Tekken God, right? Barely a higher rank than me, by the way. I'm a mighty ruler in Tekken. You know, I'm very, very good at Tekken. And I'm a VIP like yourself in Guilty Gear. Since you skipped office hours, you forgot the part where if someone is... basically, the opponent has to prove they're good to you. And that's your problem. You are actually... I used to flame people who were like newer in my area when we were playing. Because they would play me and I'm like, man, these guys are actually really good. And then we would go to a tournament together. I would watch them play other people, and they would almost lose or lose. They'd be really sad. I would watch the set. I'm like, dude, you are playing like this dude is not at your level, and you're playing them like they're a fucking genius. Like, just kill them. Just do simple stuff. They don't know anything about what you're doing.
Oh man, you're so right.
Yes.
Like,
yes, part of the reason
everybody I fight, I'm expecting their Tekken God, their Tekken Emperor or whatever. But I have to remind myself, dude, this is a purple rank. What am I doing? Like,
especially in Tekken, by the way. Especially in I was kidding. I only played for a week, but there's something about Tekken in particular where for some reason everyone thinks specifically thinks they're better than they actually are in Tekken. I can't quite put my finger on it. Outside of tournament people, of course. I just can't quite put my finger on why everyone thinks they're good at Tekken. But people will tell you they're shit at Guilty. You're like, oh, dude, I don't know, man. I'd be sniffing glue or whatever, right?
I'll let you know right now. I'm VIP. I'm not that great at
Right.
Guilty Gear. Even though I've been VIP several times. Listen, I'll go to tournament and I got washed in tournament before. It was not pretty.
So honestly, in my opinion, this is a massive skill issue. I think you just skipped office hours. You just missed the part where you're supposed to make people prove to you that they're good at the game and not assume that they're good at the game.
What's this ratio? So 1 meaning it's very scrubby. and
One is
five-
incredibly scrubby. Backwards. One is you're spitting facts. 5 is it's incredibly scrubby.
Oh, I'm getting 5s. That's
Yeah, my bad. I got it backwards. I got my own scale backwards. My bad. Yeah, for my opinion, it's a scrubby take. By the way, I would give you like a 4 personally. I've heard this so many times. They're like video essays written about you. Honestly.
really.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, this person.
I swear to God, I'm not. I keep telling myself it's funny because I'll lose. You know, I'm not an invincible player, right? I've lost before. I've lost to people who are way like even 10 ranks lower than me, and I'm just sitting there like, is it me? Like, am I just bad?
Not
like,
only
what?
is it you, the chat said it was you. Oopsie daisy. Oopsie daisy. But no, thank you. But yeah, no, thank you so much.
Sweet.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Hello. Whoa. Okay. Hello. Let's check sound. So you wrote Carl/Arakune Blaze Blue BBCF. So talk to me.
Man, all right. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a Blaze Blue shill. I fucking love Blaze Blue. So I'm gonna say I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with me. Carl and Arakune are fucking awesome. I fucking love these characters.
Who do you play?
I play Rachel. I'm sorry. I play Rachel. I know. I didn't. The reason why I love them is because it's just everything that to me feels like Blaze Blue. You know, I'm alright. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not very good. I'm not very good at Blaze Blue. I'm not very good at any fighting game. But I really just love just how unique they feel to me. Just I originally started playing like Strive with Zato, so I love puppet characters, and that's why to me Carl is cool. But just because he's a puppet character, and some people don't like puppet characters because of all that nasty pressure and all that stuff and all those mix-ups. I just think that's awesome. I just like doing it. That's it. I just like doing it.
You like inflicting. You like to play, but you don't like it when the other person plays.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I you know what? I'll 100% own up to that.
Yeah.
Because I do not like. I like.
Yeah, you play Rachel. You play Rachel. You told on yourself. You might not know this, but I have.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wait, stop with the.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I have once played Blaze Blue at some point. There was a time where I would boot up Blaze Blue, and Rachel player saying you play Rachel is a huge self-own. For lack of a better word. Yeah, it's a major red flag character-wise. I mean, I'm not saying you're not. I'm saying you're not a bad person. I'm talking about in-game, what's happening in-game. So Rachel player being like Carl and Arakune is sick is absolute comedy to me, frankly. Especially because usually Rachel beats those characters too. So you're like, it's so sick. Oh my god. Carl character. We're gonna bring it to the polls. Let's bring it to the polls. Maximum scrub take should go on the Twitter account. I learned my I have a lot of like isms, for lack of a better word, about like fighting game stuff, and one of the most important isms I use to this day are all from Blaze Blue, and a huge one is definitely trust the person who picks that character to do exactly what the character like wants to do. Does that make sense? So like you being like, man, I love Carl. I think Arkune's sick. I love all this types of stuff. I play Rachel. Like in my head, I know exactly who I'd be booting up into. You know what I mean?
I watched some of your stuff. I know you're like a generational Arakune hater. Like, and I get it. I understand if you don't like that stuff. But to me, like, these games need stuff like that. It just needs just like that kind of just garbage, because it just feels like the game just loses its identity if it doesn't have that.
Blaze Blue is not Blaze Blue without Arakune. Are you sure?
Half the game. Bro,
Are you
half the
sure?
characters in this game do some fucking wild shit to you. Like
Jin Kisaragi. Oh,
Jin-
Ragnar the Butt
bro,
Edge.
Bro,
And Makoto Nania.
In your fucking mix-up video, you showed me that super whack-ass Jin like mix-up. I only play BBCF, so I don't know any of the previous games. But like that's just.
This might be a hot take. I think Blaze Blue would still be Blaze Blue without Arakune. I'm pretty sure it would still. In fact, I might have a better memory of playing the game if Arakune was not a game. I think they gave you a 5 though.
Just don't let him do the thing that he wants to do. Don't let him get cursed. That's that easy.
Hey, I will say. So you said this from the perspective of someone who plays Rachel, right? In my time playing Blaze Blue, almost every single version of Blaze Blue, I have a winning matchup against Arakune and winning or even against Carl, and I still think it's absolutely despicable. So there's two different types. It's two different types of people. You know what I mean? Everyone gave you a 5. I think it's a 5 take 2. That to me that's wild. Like the game, this whole series would be even Carl aside. Fine, Carl, but like Arakune is just not like.
I thrive on this stuff. I don't care. Like I ain't into those like honest games. Like I'm not a big fan of like Street Fighter or I know they have Tekken. I know they have like some wild shit.
I can tell you don't enjoy games like Street Fighter. You like Carl and Arakune. You're not hiding anything. You like Carl and Arakune, and you play Rachel. Yeah, it's fine.
Yep.
It's fine. We all have our own tastes. We all have our own tastes.
I don't care if I'm 5. I'm just gotta say it.
As long as you claim it, it's fine. Your take is
All right,
appreciated.
thank you very much. I'm very honored to be on here.
No,
all
thank you for joining. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Hello.
Hello?
Okay, hold on. How? I'm gonna spare you. I'm gonna spare you on this one. How mirror matches in a tournament setting change the respect you have for your opponent? Is what you wrote.
So let me set the setting, right? A little bit of context. This was like pre-season 3, season 2. I was playing in an online tournament and I had gotten to the top 8. And it's whatever. It's an online tournament. I was playing against a very good player, and then instead of playing their main, they played the same character that I do. And I play Kai. Okay, so this was like season 2 Kai. We played. It got to 2-0 for me. Then they switched to their main and reverse 3-0'd me. And I was upset because I felt that in a tournament setting, why would you play a character that you're like not gonna practice and get good with? Like, why are you playing a character for fun in a tournament when you're just gonna go back to like your main to win? Like, you should stick with the character that you're chosen. If you're doing a bit, you gotta commit to the bit. If you want to win the tournament, then win the tournament, but don't like mess around.
I don't know. I think it's mildly valid. I think you're mildly valid.
And just like some extra context, this person is like, this wasn't the first time I played this person in a tournament set. They knew what character I played, like they know how I play. So like they knew like what they were doing when they picked the character, and they didn't repeat this behavior with other players in the tournament.
Ooh, you gotta beat them.
I personally, I believe it's scrubby, and I understand why they did it. Yeah.
Okay. I think a truly lawful fighting game player, like the definition of a fighting game player would be like, you're a fucking scrub, hold that. But honestly, I feel you. That would piss me off too. I'm not gonna lie. That would piss me off. I'd be extra motivated to beat this person. Like, you just trolled. Like, you should just 3-0 me normally.
Yeah, no, like, and I'm over it now. And like they're a chill guy, and it's just like, it's not even season 3 Kai with like wild salt and like positive bonus like loops. Like, it's season 2 Kai. He doesn't even have a 10-frame /. Come on.
No, I don't think. By the way, I don't think it's scrubby to feel that way. I would probably be pretty annoyed with stuff like that too, personally. But I think a true I am FGC person would be like, hold that, bro. Run the money match, bro. Like, they would just say that shit. You know what I mean?
I get it. Like, I have some mutuals who like definitely feel the same, and they're probably gonna give me some shit after this. But and you know what's like the extra like sauce on top? This wasn't even the first time. It happened again like a year later in a different online tournament where I got to the top 8, and no, it wasn't top 8 in that case, but it was in an online tournament. They played the mirror, and then they swapped back to their main to win the match, and
they did win.
And they won because like they are the better player, and like that's fine. But I was so upset. I was just so upset, man.
I'm gonna leave your fate in chat's hands, but I think what you're saying is not scrubby. I would definitely, dude. There are times where like just someone picking a character makes me mad. Not like shenanigans about counterpicks. I'm like that. I'm like, you play this? Like fuck this. Like what the fuck's wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like this. I think I would give you a 1. I think it's cool.
Also, I'd like to say that to someone in the chat who said like, "Oh, this is actually just beef," as like, no, it's not necessarily beef. It's not like the first part, like the first person, it wasn't even beef at all. The second person, I did get mad at them and expressed that I was mad, but I apologized and did my best to clear it up.
This is like a hard one. You know, this is a hard one. Some people just don't take tournaments that seriously. So they, from their perspective, they might just be surprised you're mad. I've seen that happen before. I've seen people do it, be like, oh, fuck you, I'm just better and you suck ass, so I'm gonna do this. But most people, like, when you're like, dude, why the fuck did you do this? They're like, oh, I didn't know, like, this made people mad. Most of the time. More often than not. Yes, 1. They gave you a 1. I agree. I don't think, I think it's pretty reasonable. Especially, it's good that you actually talk to people instead of just letting it simmer. I think you handle it in a very mature way by like letting the person know. That's a pretty healthy, instead of just sitting on it. I mean, if you sat on it and didn't tell anybody, that's low key the LK way, but like letting people know and just like figuring shit out, I think is very good. So
well, thank you.
No, thank you for hopping on. Yo, Davek.
Hello.
All right, so you wrote technical characters versus standard characters. Talk to me. What's up?
All right, so I think a couple other people have talked about like stuff like this a little bit before, but I kind of want to go a little bit further, and I want to start by saying that I think that technical characters, when they're top tier, are so much more cringe than standard characters. I think that because I guess if you look at like take like Street Fighter 6, I play Guilty Gear, but I also started playing like Street Fighter recently, and like there are some like very simple characters that are like really busted in that game, like Bison and like Akuma. Okay. But at the end of the day, even though like Akuma's like fireballs are broken and his like jump-ins are broken, you can still jump over the fireball. You can still anti-air him technically. But like if you have a character like Happy Chaos or something, where he's just like shutting off like what you do completely, like not like Happy Chaos right now, but like launch Happy Chaos, where he's like completely shutting down what you're doing completely, that's like so much worse. There's like so much less like interacting that you can do. I also think that like one thing that's sort of like against it is that like if you have a character that's like really simple and easy and they're good, it's like annoying. But at the same time, if you're the person like fighting against a super technical character, if I'm just sitting there while Asuka is doing quarter circles on the other side of the screen, it's like, how does that not feel like super scrubby? Like it definitely feels like it, because I'm not the one doing like any of the hard stuff. All the hard stuff is like on the person like playing the character. So I think it's like really, it's like harder to be like appreciative of like what they're doing.
I hit you with the yes sir, but at the same time, to be fair, because you know I had to be tight about Asuka because I love it. All right, I'll posit you a question. What do you think is worse, Asuka S tier or Elfelt Strive Elfelt S tier? It's a hard question, right?
Yeah, both of them do suck. Yeah.
It's a hard question, right? It's a hard question. Yeah. So the only thing, even though I'm like, yes, fuck Asuka, fuck HC, I do have to be fair that there are some simple characters that when they're like, if Elfelt Strive is top tier, that shit is fucking, not only is it pain, but like any fucking, dude, oh my god, bro. Dude, it would be so bad. It would be so bad because it's too easy. It is too easy. So anyone gets to just fucking do that. So it's such a hard balance. It's very easy to say. It's actually stupidly easy to say. I can say this all day. Like Asuka being S tier is like stupid, right? It's really easy to say. But then also like the characters that are too simple, also it's hard for them to be S tier too. So like low key, I kind of have to be fair to the people who play technical characters, where I have to be like, it's kind of a scrubby take. But also, you're also right that just because the character is technical doesn't mean they should auto be good because they put in work, because some of the shit is mega cringe. It's such a hard thing to balance. Like there was actually a thread. People need to remind me to look at this thread for LK Chronicles, but there was a thread over the weekend about how like high level players should help with the balance of fighting games. They could not, actually they could pay me enough, but I would not want to. I would not want to be in that position though. I think it's incredibly hard to balance a fighting game, and I'm super glad I don't have to do it. I'm super glad I just get to go fuck Faust, haha, fuck Asuka, haha, and like just do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Low key, this is actually a 3. I think it's straight down the middle because it's really, I have actually grown enough to be like, Kai S tier is one of the best things that could happen in GG. Kai S tier is probably like the best outcome. Is either like Kai S tier or a character being S tier that like no one realizes. So like nobody fucking knows until like the last week of a patch. You know, that's a joke I make about like Milia and shit and like Baiken. I'm like, oh, if Baiken's S tier, you won't even know. The only way you would know is that I just start winning shit and then you start saying she's broken.
Yeah, I'd be okay
You know?
with that.
Yeah,
I'd be
just-
okay
just-
with top tier Baiken.
Just fucking quietly, like I keep coming at Alpha because I hate her, but there's other characters that as S tier you'd be like Eno S tier would be mega cringe. Johnny's S tier now and he's cringe, right? And he's not that hard. So like, but then the other extreme, we've already seen S tier, HC, Asuka's sniffed S tier. Usually Asuka's like S minus. We've had like close to S tier Asuka. It's a really difficult thing, I think. Chat gave you 3 too. I think it's just straight down the middle. I think it's just very like safe. Safe take? I don't know how to say it.
Oh wow, that is very surprising. I thought that would be like more scrubby, cause I get that like technical characters do have like it's not like they should all just be bad, but automatically, and it's like just because they're good, it's not gonna like automatically ruin things. But like also, I'm like so tired of it, man.
I'm there with you. This is actually, I think this type of thought is you are really thinking of what type of fighting game player you are with what you're like comfortable playing. Can I ask you just one more question?
Yeah.
What character do you play?
I play Kai Kisk.
I see. Okay. Fair enough. All right.
Thanks. I'll be heading out.
Peace. Hello.
Yo, this is Hotashi speaking.
Okay.
I am a Bridget player,
So
professional level. That's the way I'm going to present myself because it's the character I play in tournament maybe 80% of the time. My prompt is...
wait. So there's 2 things gonna happen. One, you didn't fill out the form. This part is staying in my recording. You didn't fill out the form. The chat asked for you to be on, and whatever you say, it's whatever I think about what you say doesn't matter. Whatever I say doesn't matter. It's in the people. The people are about to judge you. So go ahead.
So my prompt is, this is a good Guilty Gear Strive patch. This is a smart direction for the game. This is a well-designed patch. And the people are... The delays... Okay, I'm gonna have to be classist for a little bit. I've been playing Guilty Gear for 14 years. I've been playing Guilty Gear 10 years. I've been pushing it as a tournament level player. There's a real lack of takes about the battle balance direction in the Season 4 patch that are not based in selfish desires, okay? Everything is so selfish and people really are not seeing the big picture. And I feel like, well, if we're gonna speak selfishly, I feel like Season 4.0, this patch is for me. Because Tekken players, Street Fighter players, when we run into somebody in tournament and we're on stream at CEO or Combo Breaker and we're losing to a happy Chaos player using clone literally 40 times in a tournament match, 3 out of 5, when we're losing to a Soul player spanning Banner Revolver 1 over and over and over, and then suddenly they say, ASW, they say, all right, that's no longer the way we want the game to be played. We want to accentuate big hits, big damage, reduce the scrubbiness factor of the patch, and everybody's fucking freaking out. They can't see the big picture, and it's making me fucking trip out big time. It feels like everybody only cares about themselves. They don't care about how the game was played. They don't care about how the game will play. They only care about themselves. And it's really making me like the Milia player thing.
I was waiting for this shit, bro. I was fucking waiting this whole time.
You know what?
Okay, go. It's fine. I was waiting for the plot twist. I was waiting for the M. Night Shyamalan.
maybe if you use Capo 50 times around, maybe it's not good gameplay.
Have
So
you
why
wait? Can I just
Why want
ask you one question? Do you not think that if somebody is using Capo a lot against somebody, have you ever considered the other person simply learn how to fight the move because it's not that good?
I think Melia players, honestly, a lot of them were too stupid to adapt, and they're just gonna keep on doing it whether they win or lose. It has nothing to do with me counterplaying.
Have you considered that? Have you considered that she literally has to use the move?
Yeah, I know that. I know
a lot.
that.
Because people press
I know that.
the
And you
6P
know what?
button.
Sacrifices have to be made. Sacrifices have to be made for the betterment of the game overall. And it makes me uncomfortable that people haven't seen that. That's my piece. Think about the game. Think about how the game is played. All right? Don't think so much about yourselves. Do you really want clone? Do you really want delay bandit bringer into RPS? Do you want DPRC? Do you want +7 watt wall assault?
Issue.
Do you really want Capel? Do you want all of this? Do you want counter hit Rekkas? No? They got rid of it.
Question.
Are you not reading the patch notes?
Question for you. Just one more question, and then I'll let you cook. Do you not think one of the things you listed don't belong on that list?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm being dead ass, by the way.
Yes, sir.
Which is that?
Yes, sir.
Capel?
No, I think Capel is the same.
You think Capel?
I think Capel is exactly the same.
You think
Yes,
Capel is
absolutely.
as good as Leo doing
think-
DPRC into 50-50 into knockdown and winning? You think it's that good?
It's something you do over and over and over in every single matchup. Whether it works, whether it doesn't work, you're not gonna stop doing it because it's so cracked.
I'm gonna let you
It's
cook.
so cracked.
Yes, sir.
The risk
Yes,
reward is
sir.
so
Yes,
insane.
sir.
It's not that the
Yes,
risk reward is
sir.
insane, okay?
Yes,
That's not what
sir.
I'm saying. It's the gameplay. It's the gameplay. The gameplay is low value. You're literally eating McDonald's for a fucking week straight. Yeah, your belly is full, but nigga, you're not getting fucking nutritional value. You aren't. It's not good. It's not good. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to play it. I don't know why Melia players want to fucking do it. And honestly, I'm not gonna blame them because it's not like they want that. It's not like they want that. And obviously the compensation, there's no compensation for removing that. So there's a big hole, but we really gotta have some perspective, okay? We really gotta have some perspective. It's about the gameplay. It's not about the balance. It's not about the balance. It's about the quality of the gameplay. Tekken and Street Fighter fucking laugh at us, okay? They laugh at us. It's the quality of the gameplay.
So, okay, one more question. Okay, one more question. I'm not gonna interrupt you again for another question. Are you concerned that round start drive rush into crouching medium kick is saying stuff about Guilty Gear? Because I'm not. Smiley face.
That takes a resource.
Okay.
Even though crouching medium kick drive rush is scrubby, even Noah the Prodigy can't do that shit 20 times in one round. It's not possible. And boy, let me tell you, I'll take any excuse to shit on Noah the Prodigy. No fucking doubt. Even he can't do crouching medium kick drive rush 20 times around. I would love to see it. Capel, we're starting at 20 times.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Alrighty. It's not in my hands. I have no feelings. I have no feelings at all.
I said my piece.
I am very indifferent. I am very different. It's my only comment is I feel like out of that list of moves you listed,
I regret to inform you that
And honestly, fuck
do
the
not
moves. Y'all are
have that
so
dog in
sad.
you.
Just get off of social media. Stop letting top level players
I regret to
dictate
inform you that
how you feel about something.
do not
Nigga, play a video game. Have some
that
fucking
dog
fun.
in you.
And if you're not having fun, go into your fucking Steam library, alright? Dig through that shit and fucking, I don't know, seek some fucking vocation. It's really not gonna be, your life is not over. Just fucking relax.
True.
Please. Because you're making me upset. And that's hard.
you
okay?
might you might have to take your own advice. You should relax.
I'm not upset. I
You
speak
just
truth.
said you were getting mad.
You know it's the truth.
I'm
not mad.
I mostly agree with what you had to say. There's a big gap regarding a certain character. I mean, hey, the number one vote is you're spitting. Apparently, there's some people who say you're spitting. There's one thing I very much disagree with, but I mean, I would say you're mostly
It's up to the people.
very
Lord
valid. I would mostly say you're very valid outside of one specific, very glaring wrong thing. Everything else is very.
Well, you're
valid.
not gonna win that debate with me.
I
So,
mean,
we'll catch up next time.
just as a side note for the lore, I remember a time where I reacted to a tier list that you made, and you rated Milia very highly, and it was.
Oh, was this Exert?
No, this is in this game. It's in this game. Exert, she's broken almost every version.
This guy stinks!
And you rated her very highly. I was very confused. So I watched the video, and you were like, "Yeah, I just played a certain Milia player, and I was like, man, I was so impressed. It looked really good." And it was after I told you, you asked me for Milia advice, and it was after I gave you a bunch of advice to fight Milia, and I watched you play this person because you streamed it, and you did none of the stuff I told you, and you also beat the shit out of them. And you're like, "Milia's amazing," and I was like, I felt like you kind of there was a disconnect.
I don't really want to
between-
go too far in another direction.
You know what I mean?
But to me,
Go ahead.
there's a big. This is another thing. There's a big like difference in like when people say their character is bad. Like I just feel like not to demean literally like being ageist about people who play Guilty Gear Strive, but like you really have no perspective on what a bad character is.
True.
Unless you started with the beginning of the game. Faust was bad, non-functional. Milia, bad. Okay, bad. I'm not even talking just bad gameplay, bad battle balance. Okay, dude, Elf. I mean, I could go on, dude. Honda. Like, let's really put in perspective what is a bad character. Characters like Milia, they're gonna be okay. All right. Personally speaking, if you want something scrubby, I said all that. I'll come out. I'll tell you. I got double eliminated by Axel at my local, literally 3 days ago. Hey, I think Axel's gonna be okay. All right. I think Axel's gonna be okay.
All right.
There's a difference between bad and just okay.
All right. I think you said your piece. Thank you. Again, I think you're spitting, except for one very specific thing, personally. But hey, thank you. That's it. That's all I got. He's so close. He is so close. He's so close. He's like this close. He's like this close. Like that's close. But all right. Let's wrap up. First of all, everyone, thank you. Thank you for participating. I hope you enjoyed it. I feel like I learned a lot from last time. It was really fun. I checked when I did it last time. It was the first week of September. So it's been a couple of months. So before everyone asks when the next one is, I want to do it in January. Again, thank you, everybody.